Call to order the City of Natchitoches Planning and Zoning Commission. Opening remarks. The audio of our commission is available. Our meetings is available on the website www.cityofnatchitoches.la.gov. The next city council meeting is August the 11th, 2025. Right here, because there are no applications for rezoning, that's probably not relevant. But in any event, so everything we've got today is either waivers or re-subdivisions, but not rezonings, which become a final 11 days from today, unless somebody files an appeal. They have to file that with the city clerk, but folks in planning and zoning can direct you where you've got to go to do that. Must be done in writing, and it's directed to the mayor and the city council. If you didn't sign in, please sign in back at the back. I'd ask everybody to come forward and identify themselves at the ambo or the podium and to speak clearly. Next meeting will be the day after Labor Day, September the 2nd, 2025 here. The procedure we'll take, it looks like we've got a fairly small agenda, so I'll keep it brief. We're gonna hear from, I'll read an application. We'll hear from the director of her summary. She'll also tell us whether there've been any inquiries, oppositions, or letters in favor of. Then we'll hear from the applicant or his designee. Then we'll hear for application on people in favor of the application. Then we'll hear for any opponents to the application at hand. And then we'll hear rebuttal from the applicant or his designee addressing only the issues raised by the opposition. Any other opening comments before I call roll?
The only other comment that I have is our applicant number, let's see what is it, 3.4 Gambit Limited Partnership.
Right.
They called us about 4 p.m. this afternoon stating that they had a flat. But I think around 4:40 something, they called back and said that they will be here.
Okay.
So even if
we
we
could
have
just
gone
move
through.
into the end of the agenda
Yeah.
and take care of them last if that's the commission's pleasure, which I'm sure it is. We don't want them to come back. At least they're making an effort.
Correct.
All right. Ms. Oaks, would you call roll?
Bobby Claiborne,
Here.
Charles Whitehead III,
Here.
Anita DuBois,
Here.
Ricky McAllister, Sadie Sawyer,
Here.
Alexa Bernard Carney,
Here.
Michael Lewis,
Here.
and Walter Johnson.
Here.
You didn't call Isaac?
Here.
And then me?
He called you.
Did you call you? I guess I
You
answered.
answered.
You know, I've been married 40 years. I always say yes.
Hey, I know the feeling.
Doesn't mean it gets me anywhere. 1.2, confirm minutes. The commissioners have been provided, I think, our minutes from last meeting. If there are no additions, corrections, or deletions, can I get a motion to waive their formal reading and adopt the
I
minutes?
so move.
I'll second.
Motion by Braxton, second by DuBois. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. And that was Claiborne, not Braxton. I'm reading
Don't
our
call me
next-
Calvin.
That's all right. Wish he had his money, didn't he? 2, old business review. We tabled an item 2.1, the Calvin Braxton lots on South Drive. The application by Mr. Braxton to subdivide the following, a re-subdivision of tract 2A of a survey containing 3 tracts of land in the city of Natchitoches in section 7071, township 9, range 7 north, Louisiana Principal Meridian, Northwestern District, Natchitoches Parish, Louisiana, South Drive. Reason to sell the property. It's my understanding from talking to the director that this is to correct a issue with the sale of Mr. Braxton's survey that he sold from failed to include one building. Is that correct? Is that your
Correct.
understanding? Did you
Yes.
have any comments from anybody? Because this is the second or third time it's been on our agenda.
This is the third time.
Have you received comments at any point in time since for
I have
any one of
not.
those?
No, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move, that we just put it.
Well, we got somebody here, and we
Oh,
always wanted to make sure
Okay.
that we had somebody here. Mr. Roberts, would you come forward? Mr. Roberts, did you get a copy of this by email? The survey?
I did.
Okay.
I did, and yeah, and that's,
Mr. Roberts, you heard, your name is Mark Roberts, you're here for Mr. Braxton. You heard what I read and the summary by the director. Is there anything that Mr. Braxton needs to let us know about this?
no, I think that's summarized the reason for his request, and he would like the property subdivided in this manner.
And I see he retains his existing right-of-way.
That's correct.
All right. So, Mr. Johnson, if there's no discussion by commission members, and it doesn't appear there's anybody here to address the application, either for or against, is that correct? Hearing none, Mr. Johnson, do you have a pleasure?
Well, I thought he didn't have a representative here at first, so I
That's
see
it.
he's the representative
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
That's what you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't appear that there's anybody else to, for or against, so I guess it's discussion by commission members.
Motion to approve.
I'll
Motion by
second.
Lewis, second by Dubois. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. All right, Mr. Roberts, you know the drill. It'll be final in 11 days. Is this the one I need to sign?
Yes.
Okay. I'm signing this today, so she will, Ms. Rock will take it to the staff meeting next week, get all the other signatures, and on the 11th day, if you would send either you or somebody from your staff to her office to pick it up, have it recorded, and see that she gets a copy back with the recording information on it, we'd appreciate it.
We'll do it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. I appreciate you standing by. Okay. All right. Number 3, new business, subsection 3.1, Walter, Seth, and Amber Freeman, 111 Chinkapin Place. The application by Mr. Walter Seth Freeman to request a variance at the following locations. Lot 43 of the Chinkapin Village subdivision, unit number 1 being a subdivision of 3.74 acres shown on a survey by Moore and Associates dated June 14, 2018, recorded at map slide 783A of the records of Natchitoches Parish, Louisiana. The variance requested is to increase the existing fence height from 6 feet to 8 feet, bearing municipal address 111 Chinkapin Place, councilperson district number 2. We've got the plats here, the pictures. Madam Director, have you received, is there anything I left out?
No,
The
you haven't,
application.
but I do want to make remarks also about the application.
Have you received any, no comment?
No
Anybody?
comments, no.
All right. Mr. Freeman, you've heard me read the application summary. You've heard the director's comments. I mean, I think the picture speaks for itself. You want to go up another 2 feet to block as much of this building as possible. Is that
Yes, sir.
correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else you need to add or correct that we've talked about your application?
No, sir.
Do you know, is there anyone here that, to speak on behalf of the
Right.
application?
No. You can't turn it.
Is anyone opposed to the application of Freeman? Hearing none, discussion by commission members.
Excuse me.
Did you want
Right
to-
now, I see where you want to bring it up from 6 to 8 feet, right?
Yes, sir.
I see we have an ordinance where it can't exceed a height of 7 feet, right?
That's what our ordinance states, but we did do a viewing around the city, and there are several houses, residential properties, where the commission has approved the height to be higher than 8, almost 10 feet.
Really?
Yes. There's
And that's why it
one,
calls for a hearing.
sir?
That's why it calls for a hearing,
Right.
to variance from that.
So I just want to make that note. We found that, we went road today. We
Okay.
found that there were 2 locations. One was in the historic district, well, maybe both of these are in the historic district, where even in the front yard, we increased the height of the house, of the fence for the property. One is the Donahoe house, right behind the radio station. The fence in the front, we actually increased that height to 7 feet. The fence in the back is over 10 feet. Then there was another one, I think there was on Poet we found, where the fence was increased to 7 feet. This has been years ago, but it was approved.
And it's almost a mixed-use type deal where we've got someone that is willing to, even though it's the responsibility of the next-door neighbor, he doesn't have to put it this high. This fellow wants it high, doesn't he?
Right, and then he's not putting it close to another resident.
Right.
This is actually backing up to the property where the church is.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I meant. It's a different use over there, and he's not fighting with another residential neighbor. It's another use that he finds
So he
obtrusive.
presented two pictures. He brought this one to show maybe more of a barrier if the fence height itself wouldn't work for you guys. He wanted to show this as an addition to what he has.
That's what you're talking about right there?
That's what we're thinking about, or we can just knock that existing picture.
Go down.
What you
No, go the other way.
Move
Go the
you
other
up.
way.
Other way.
That's my fence now, 6 foot, and the contract said I would need to move it 8 or do what the plan was, that other picture.
So you plan on coming on top of that?
Yes.
He wants to cover the window at least.
Yeah, I think the last time we approved those, 2 occasions was because there was a line of sight that needed to be covered from the window. We allowed them to go up, the different, the extra height in order to keep the line of sight out of the windows.
Okay.
I think that's prudent. And I don't think we really, Madam Director, do you think we had, we're not the Historic Commission. We can't tell him how to get 8. If he wants to add 2 to 6 or wants to take 6 down and go up from 8, I don't think it's of any moment to us, is it? It might be in the Historic District, but, we just set a height and however he wants to satisfy it.
It's up to you guys if you want to approve the request for the variance.
No, but I'm talking about how he does it.
Oh, how he does it, no.
Whether
It's
he
his
adds
choice.
whether he adds 2 on or goes to scratch and goes up 8, I don't really think it's our,
Correct.
if it was in the Historic District, they would have a say on that.
Correct.
But I
You're
don't
talking
think
about as
for
far as
us.
what he uses,
Yeah,
right.
Ours is, 96 inches and that's it, however he wants to get there.
He just wanted to show if you had a
Sure.
preference.
Okay.
I don't think,
I think we should approve it, man.
all right, is that in the form of a motion?
Yes, sir.
I'll second it.
Second by Mr. Claiborne, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, Mr. Freeman, that'll be final in 11 days if nobody appeals, given the fact that nobody's inquired about it, I don't see. But that doesn't stop somebody from showing up here at 4:15 on the last day. So just check with these ladies, any one of the 3 of them will be able to tell you on the 11th day, and then you can proceed. Are fences exempt from the permitting? Madam Director, are fences, they're exempt.
Yeah, you don't have to
from
permit a fence.
so, you can just, once they tell you you're good to go, you don't have to do anything else.
Okay, thank y'all.
All right? Thank you, Mr. Freeman. Regular number 3.3, Roads, Property and Development, 301 Martin Drive. The application by Roads, Properties and Development subdivide the following. Lot 11 is. You missed one. I did. I checked it. I guess I've got to get somewhere. 3.2, Mr. Retha E. Moses, 1115 Highland Park Drive. The application by Mr. Retha E. Moses for mobile home placement, a mobile home on the property of Rufus Moses. The reason to replace an existing trailer with a new trailer, 1115 Highland Park Drive, Councilperson District Number 4, Exhibit Number 2 in the Commissioner's packet. Ms. Moses or her designee will come forward while we get a summary from the Director.
Okay. As our statement stated, she's just replacing, she's upgrading her trailer. It meets all the requirements for new trailers to 2025. If you can look at the map that we're providing, her setbacks are 37, 12, 174, and 28, which exceeds what we require for a residential setback subdivision. And again, it's a 2025 brand-new trailer, and she's just upgrading. But by our standards, we bring it before you guys to approve so you can see exactly what she's doing.
Just replacing something that was already there, right?
Right.
Yes.
According to our ordinance, that's the only way you can do a new trailer, is if you're replacing an existing one.
Exactly.
And through the permitting process, you'll make sure all
Correct,
the skirting and the parking and all that is squared away.
correct.
Have you received any comments as a function of this?
No, sir.
All right.
Mr. Chairman,
Well, let's see what, please state your name, ma'am, for the record.
Doretha Moses.
Ms. Moses, you heard me read the application summary, and you heard what the director had to say. Is there anything you need to add to this for us, to tell us what you're gonna do? It seems pretty straightforward to me, but we've got all the time in the world if you wanna tell us something.
No, I just, really want to thank Ms. Shawn. I think I kind of gave her a headache.
No, you did.
But, no, I've raised, 3 daughters in that mobile home, 7 grandkids. And so it's time for me to, upgrade and
Are you
make it look a
Rufus's,
little
are you
better.
Rufus's daughter?
I'm his daughter. I'm the 3rd daughter.
Anybody, any of your neighbors complaining? Have you talked to any of them? They seem excited for you?
Everybody is. They like, you deserve it. You worked hard, so.
Well, I appreciate it, Ms. Moses. Are there any more questions for Ms. Moses?
But I have a question, one question.
Sure.
Because the guy asked me this morning, the guy that's gonna lay the padding and everything, we supposed to be 25 feet from the inside of the ditch on the property and not the outside by the road, right? Is that correct?
No, ma'am, you're supposed to be 25 feet from the property line. So he's gonna have to determine where the property line is.
No,
We
see,
We have a lot of problems sometimes where people see the road and they think the road is the easement. Or they think outside the ditch to outside the ditch is where their property begins. But like my parents' home on Parkway Drive, the first 28 feet of their front yard smooth belong to the city.
okay.
So I mean, you've got to determine, he's got to determine, your installer has to determine where that property line is.
Okay.
We'll talk about it tomorrow. We'll call
But that's
utilities.
more on an installation
Yeah.
end. That's not really something we do. That's what they do in the office. But the
Okay.
answer to your question is, a lot of times the Public Works has a list of what they think the width of the road is. And when I say road, meaning not your property.
Right, right.
And so, but when you're trying to get, especially, it looks to me like you've got plenty of room.
She has more than enough room.
But I'd get somebody over there to locate the corners on either side to make sure that you don't get too close.
We can
Okay.
call utilities in the morning to verify where your right-of-way is, and then have your guy find where your property line is. And
Okay,
we'll go from there.
okay.
Okay?
Is there anyone else to speak on behalf or against the application of Moses? Hearing none, discussion by commission members.
Motion to approve.
Mr. Johnson, second by Mr. Lewis. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Be final in 11 days, Ms. Moses. Just check with the ladies at the office. But I
Okay,
would tend to think if you haven't got any comment, I wouldn't start turning any dirt, but that doesn't mean your guy can't start measuring and trying to do that kind of stuff.
okay.
I knew your
I
dad, he's
give
a
it to
good
you in the
man.
morning.
3.3, Roads Properties and Development LLC, 301 Martin Drive. The application by Roads Properties and Development LLC to subdivide the following location. Subdivision of Lot 11 of Unit Number 1, Chinkapin subdivision. Chinkapin Park subdivision located in the city of Natchitoches in sections 58, 59, and 60, Township 9 North, Range 7 West, Natchitoches Parish, Louisiana. Louisiana Principal Meridian, Northwestern District, Natchitoches Parish, Louisiana, for residential development. It appears that they are subdividing Lot 11 into essentially a half acre and a 3/4 of an acre lot. You all have the plat in your subdivision. Please, Ms. Oaks, show that Ms. DuBois is abstaining from discussion and voting on this due to a conflict of interest. Comments by the director?
This is a simple subdivision. According to our ordinance, in order to complete a subdivision, each lot or each parcel has to be over 7,200 square feet, and it must front on a major road. Both parcels of land, once subdivided, meets our requirement for the 7,200 limit, and they front on a major road. So the application is in compliance for a subdivision.
I got a question. This is kind of There's notation on here that the Carolyn Street was abandoned. Is that what you understand?
I saw that,
So
but
wouldn't
I'm not
that mean
sure.
that this lot would be 15 by 260 feet bigger? If it was a 30-foot, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're showing. So without that,
I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter if we add to it. I mean, we can discuss that in discussion, and I'll go over that a little bit more, but I don't think,
The application has no representation.
well, but the surveyor does, and it's not just an offhanded comment. I appreciate the comment, but he cites the ordinance.
Right,
The
for
ordinance, so it's not
2004.
something he's thinking about. It's something that was, although I'm wondering if that 25 feet
donates that
is
portion.
indicated, you see the delta, the triangles. I'm wondering if that's why they can probably do it. They probably picked up that 25 feet.
It's
And that's
possible.
probably what makes it able to be subdivided, because you picked up almost 10,000 more square feet by half of that. Now, anyway, did you get any comments from anyone, Madam Director, about this?
I did not.
All right, do we have somebody here on behalf of the application of roads?
No.
All right,
Next.
what's the commission's pleasure to do that? Y'all want to table it for next
Table it.
time?
Yeah.
I tell you what, do y'all want to start tabling these things with an admonition that if they don't show up next time, we're going to show it as withdrawn?
Yep.
So that we
I
get it
think
off
so.
these ladies' dockets?
I think so.
You good with
Can I have that in a motion form?
I make a motion.
Motion by Mr.
Second.
Lewis,
Second.
second by Mr. Johnson. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. I'll try to get these guys to get somebody to show up. I mean, it looks like something, I want to try to get all the houses we can built here, but it doesn't look like they're trying to help us.
She must be Amphib.
3.4 Gamvest Limited Partnership, 720 Kaiser Avenue, the application of Gamvest Limited Partnership to request a variance in lots B, C, and D of the survey of the Harris Caffey Estate is shown in map book 1, folio 438 of the records of Natchitoches Parish, Louisiana. Less 0.181 acres to the Highway Department. The variance requested was to reduce the parking stall from 10 by 20 to 9 by 18. The reason is to add 44 spaces to the existing development, 720 Kaiser Avenue, Councilperson District Number 1, Exhibit Number 4 in Commissioners' packets. Supporting, you should have the documents here supporting it. Comments by the director.
Well, the company is wanting to add additional parking spaces. According to the information they presented to me, the existing parking spaces right now are the 9 by 18. So they want to use additional space, but our ordinance states that our sizes should be a 10 by 20. With that being an existing building, an older building, I want to say that in order for those parking spaces to be a 9 by 18, they had to request a variance. However, I didn't find anything where that was actually the case, but I'm presuming so. So to keep in compliance and to keep in order, I recommended that they do a request also to do a 9 by 18 for the additional parking spaces that they're requesting. Existing right now is 57. They're wanting to add an additional 44 parking spaces, giving a total of 101. According to our ordinance, with the number of beds that they're going to be providing, they're way over the minimum of what the number required. They're over half of what required by our ordinance.
And
But
so-
because of this facility, I'm thinking they're going to need more parking spaces based on what their needs are.
And so what's physically being added is this red 40 spaces here on the corner of George and Kaiser,
So most of that green space will be removed.
and then these circles along Kaiser facing are new parking spots? Is that
The
what other
circles,
four?
the red circles,
Yes, ma'am, is that the other
that's
four?
existing trees to be removed.
So where are the other 4 parking spots on here?
The 44 parking spots?
Yes,
They're on the
ma'am.
corner, in the red block.
Yes, ma'am, but it says 40 spots. And then the words say 44.
Sure. I should have brought my glasses.
It said 40 total spaces.
It's 44 new parking spaces is what they're presenting.
That's-
I think it's the ADA parking spaces. Is that ADA?
Oh, I see it right over here, new ADA parking. Of course, I don't know why they put the new regular parking in red and didn't put the
Yeah.
new ADA parking in red, but I see that now.
That's the
Do y'all
ADA.
see that on the left?
Yeah.
on the
Yes.
right-hand side,
Yeah.
second
Can you make
down?
that bigger on there? That's as big as it'll show? Yeah, can you make that bigger? Now go up some. Can you see there?
That's, but it's over this way. It's over to the right. You go down to, go over a little more and you'll see the words. Right there, new ADA parking, 4 and sidewalk.
Okay,
So that's your other 4 that we're picking up.
okay,
So there's 44.
I see it.
Any comments from the public as a function of sending out your notification?
No, sir.
All right. Please, sir, state your name for the record and let us know any corrections that you need for what.
My name is Jonathan Gamble. I'm one of the, it's a family business, one of the owners of the property. Yes, ma'am, we are hoping for a variance. I believe that our architect submitted that, but I don't, that's.
He did.
So that's our hope because of the way that it was built. The reason that we're asking for it is because the building itself, we expect to have about 80 jobs. And so we want to separate our job people versus our clientele. And we have an exact, it's almost very similar to this model in Lincoln Parish and Ruston right now. And so we're basically copying that. And it really helps us to have the one-way drive-through. So it's almost identical to what we have now.
How many parking spaces you have on the backside on the Scarborough Street? Yeah,
On this currently,
57.
sir?
on the backside.
I don't know off the top of my head. I do know that the goal would be for for our employees. No, I'm sorry, reverse that. The goal would be for our clientele to park in the back, and we're going to build a fence around everything so that, you know, our clientele's cars wouldn't get broken into or anything like that.
Looks about like 56.
And then have our employees park in the front. Yes, sir.
Any other questions for this gentleman? If I don't hear, not hearing any, I've got a question, basically directed at the director. Do we want to put some type of wedge here on this new curb cut? Do we want to put a wedge where it's right turn only? I don't-
Well,
Or DOTD might require that.
yeah, DOT, we need to wait on the approval from DOT for that curb cut.
You understand what we're talking about, Mr. Gamble?
You're talking about the one-way on the end?
Well, that's what it's showing, but I'm talking about having it being a right turn only. You realize if we approve this and DOTD says you're not getting that curb cut without putting a diamond in there to where people can only make a right in headed west on Kaiser and can only come out heading west. There are 2 more of those along Kaiser Avenue because of the numerous curb cuts.
Yes, sir.
And so that could be, just because we approve this, DOTD could say, you're not doing that. If you want to have that curb cut, they may say no.
We understand.
And they may say, okay, but in the limited instance, you've got to put a triangle there that prevents people that are headed east from making a left into there.
We understand. We're going to try to get everything that we can get because we believe that it's best for the facility without having to disrupt any traffic conditions. That's why we're asking for a one-way. Yes, sir. And if they don't approve it, then
But I don't think
we
you understand what I'm talking about. One way is not the issue. I'm
It's
talking about.
crossing the street.
Crossing the street. I meant with a diamond or half a diamond, it will be one way. But without a diamond, it can still be one way. You can put do not enter or entrance only here. But, it's just you've got this George Street 306 feet away, and I don't know what's over here, the dialysis center, is that next door?
That's another nursing
No,
home.
that's the other.
Nursing home.
That's
It's a
another
nursing
home. So you might be all right there. You might have enough distance.
We don't expect a lot of traffic coming in and out, but we're
But
coming in
unfortunately,
this
there's a lot of
case.
traffic up and
Yeah.
down Kaiser Avenue.
Yes, sir.
And that's how they gauge it. They don't necessarily gauge it on what you expect your count to turn in. It's how many people
Yes,
pass
sir.
by your place. But
We-
anyway, I just want to make sure you understand, if we approve this like this, DOT can say no to that curb cut totally, or they can put some kind of restriction on you. We just had it blow back on us 6 or 7 years ago where somebody came in and said, you approved it. And it's like, look, we don't tell the DOTD what to do.
Yes, sir. We will do it. We plan on doing it by the book in every single way possible.
It's a lot of traffic already now.
In worst case scenario, you're saying we could still take a right, we just couldn't take a left crossing the street, right? Is that my understanding?
Well,
Whatever they
people
say.
couldn't turn in from Kaiser taking a left.
But
And they couldn't come out, since it's one way, they wouldn't be coming out this way anyway.
Right.
This would be people coming this way in, like this, and people could, well, if it's one way, people coming out like that. But if experience teaches us anything, if you don't put a diamond or something like that, people are gonna ignore those do not enter signs. One way only. So it might behoove you to put that in there so that it's not an issue. But I'll leave it up to DOT. The DOT, just when I think I've got them figures out, they do something different on us. Are there any other questions for Mr. Gamble about his application?
I move we approve the variance.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. Mr. Gamble, that will be final in 11 days. You can just call up here, and they'll let you know, and your people can proceed with, I guess, there's plenty of, they need to talk to DOTD, their permits, We're out of it now. You're in the administration level. Only if you run into some snag with DOTD that requires some revision to this plan, would you come back before us? It's now clearly in their hands for administration purposes, inspections, permits, and that kind of stuff.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Gamble. Number 3.5, Tony and Tamara Saba, 1517 Williams Avenue. The application of Tamara and Tony Saba for variance of the following location. A lot described as beginning at the northwest corner of Lot 1 of the Ashcraft subdivision. Go north 05 degrees, 22 minutes, 40 seconds east, 54.06 feet. Thence go north 42 degrees, 18 minutes, 40 seconds east, a distance of 82.84 feet. Thence go north 0 degrees, 55 minutes east, 238.07 feet to the right-of-way of Williams Avenue. Thence along the right-of-way of Williams Avenue, 80.0 feet. Thence south 0 4 degrees, 55 minutes west, 140 feet. Thence go south 89 degrees, 34 minutes, 30 seconds east, a distance of 130 feet. Thence go south 0 5 degrees, 20 minutes west, 440.73 feet to the northeast corner of Lot 4 of the Ashcraft subdivision. Thence go north 46 degrees, 18 minutes, 50 seconds west along the northeast boundary of Ashcraft subdivision, a distance of 329.49 feet to the point of beginning located in section 18, township 9 north, range 7 west. The reason is construct a privacy fence. Berry Municipal Address 1517 Williams Avenue, Councilperson District Number 1, Exhibit Number 5 in Commissioner's packet. Comments by the Director.
So the front entrance where the request is for the fence height in the front and on the side. The front entrance, the request is for 6 feet with a gate, and the sides, 6 feet also.
Is that gonna be an obstruction to the sight line?
No, because the house sits so far back from the road, it's in the curve, well, not really in the curve, but the house sits far off the road. It's way off the road.
Okay.
This is not the house with the brick fence in front right here.
No, this is just, she's showing a replica of what she's wanting to present.
Oh, okay.
This is what she's wanting to do for the sides and the front of her home.
Okay.
All right. Any comments from anyone regarding this as a function of our notice?
I haven't received any calls.
Please, ma'am, would you state your name for the record?
Tamara Saba.
Ms. Saba, you heard the summary by the director of your application. Is there anything we need to know in addition to her summary?
No, so we were basically trying to just put a 6-foot fence, iron gate, entranceway to the front of the house. We're going to push it back 20 feet, maybe less than 20 feet from the road. So when you're driving in, you're safely able to drive in, open the gate, and drive in the property.
All right. Any questions from Ms. Saba from commission members? Mr. Gamble, I assume you're not here to comment on Ms. Saba's, so we'll dispense with rebuttal and opposition. Discussion by commission members.
Motion to approve.
I'll
Motion by
second.
Lewis, second by DuBois. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Ms. Saba, that'll be final in 11 days. Now, would this type of fence require a permit?
No, because it's not a building structure that someone would actually occupy the space.
I just was wondering if it had electricity. I assume it's gonna be, the way she was talking about it, it's gonna have some type of electricity to
Well,
open
yeah,
the
in
gate.
that case, if it's gonna have electricity,
And I would
yes.
assume lighting as well. I didn't figure the Sabas would do anything,
So the lighting is going to be solar lights.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to require any of that. The entrance, the electric part on the entrance, we're either going to get with the electrician and wire it or do a solar.
just check with them so there's no misunderstanding. I mean, these ladies.
There will be a separate
Yeah.
permit for the fence, because what you've already paid for is just for the house and the pool.
Okay.
So you'd have
Yeah.
to do a separate permit for your fence electrical work.
Yeah.
But just check with them, maybe self-contained solar, it doesn't fall because it's not connected to our grid, but
Yeah.
you're better safe than sorry.
Yes.
Because I had my roofer on my roof before Miss Rock was there. I said, Riley, did you pull a permit? I was gonna get to it. I said, I'll go down and fill it out. I said, what does it look like for the chairman of planning and zoning to have his roof be replaced? $75 permit or whatever it was. But the point is, it's very negligible based on what you're gonna do. And it's
Yeah.
better to do it ahead of time.
Oh, yes.
Than get people riled up.
And
Thank
the contractor's going to basically deal with it, kind of work
fine.
on that part.
Thank you, Ms. Saba.
All right, thank
Like I
you.
said, 11 days, it'll be fine if nobody appeals. Number 4, office activities, discuss office activities. Ms. Rock?
I don't have any additional office activities. I am still working on the information that we talked about last meeting, about the tiny house, the appliances, and there's one other one. I forgot what it was, but I have my notes on it. But hopefully within the next week or so, you should have maybe a draft of what those ordinances would look like, so you can give some feedback and comments on what you think we should or should not add with those ordinances.
All right, any other business?
No other business.
All right. Mr. Claiborne?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Have a
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. We stand adjourned till next